Hello, Teaquilters. Today is Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. It is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here for live 1-hour chat. So we'll be here to 8. I also chat on Saturdays. I have a sewing chat where I'm working on some kind of a project, like actively sewing. And it is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for 2 hours to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. So hopefully if you're here, you can also join me on Saturdays. Let's see. Sue GSD is here. Oh my gosh. She says, hello, tea and quilting family. 252 days of absolute quilting heaven. It's flying past. Hold on. With friends, family, and fellowship. Can't wait. So that means we have 252 days until the Teaquilts quilt retreat. So yay! I'm sporting 2025's t-shirt. Yes, I am. I'm showing off today. I don't know what my screen is doing over here. It's just having a ball. I almost think it was off, so it's been rebooted, so that's very weird. Hi, Vicky Bush, Vivian Calvi, C-Rex, Michelle the Quilter, Kim R, Sheila Willis, Brenda Foley, Glory Jean, Sandy Agger, Dee Branson, Melena Montoya, Deborah Sims Brown, Francis Jackson, Lita, and then Pamela E. Bell, Chris Smith, Anita Scott, Quilt Gal. Vicky says, love the t-shirt. Thank you. Cynthia Shade. Guess Who Nancy, Claudette Hall, Maddie Barnum. Maddie, I sent you an email. I'm not sure if you got it. I responded twice. If you haven't gotten it, send me another email and put your phone number in it, and then I'll call you. Tracy Middlebrook, my brother is here. And thanks to the people reminding you all to please hit the thumbs up button for me. If you're not subscribed, or if you can't chat in this video, then you're not a subscriber to this channel. Please subscribe to the channel as well. Sharon Lewis, hey, and welcome. And thanks to everybody that's already said that they've paid their rent. So thank you for hitting that thumbs up button for me. Remo JS is here, reminding you all to show your love and support. So thank you, ma'am. And Sandy talking about sob. I want a t-shirt, dear Lord. You can get a t-shirt. You don't have to go to the Teaquilts retreat to get a t-shirt if you want one. The reason I have the t-shirt early is because the prices went up. And so in order for me not to be taking a hit on the t-shirts, I ordered them even before the last retreat. So I had them at the last retreat and even gave people, I think it was 10% off or something. I can't remember. They got $2 off the price of their shirt at the time if they got their shirt early, so I didn't have to stock them for a whole year. So I think small through XL is $20 plus shipping, and then probably say like $5 to ship because I'm just going to send it ground. And then 2XL plus is $25 plus I'm going to still hope it's $5 for shipping. So you can get a shirt if you don't come to a retreat. You can still get a shirt. So yeah. I normally take 2 out for myself. Just so that if I, like I never know what I'm going to be doing at retreat. The first year I actually wore both shirts. The other retreat I only got the opportunity to wear one. So yeah. So it just depends on what's going on and what I'm wearing at retreat. The first day of retreat, I've made the state quilter shirts, and so a lot of people wear that, but you don't have to wear that particular shirt. You can wear any shirt that reps your state. So, but a lot of people have ordered the state shirts from me. I don't know why this phone is going crazy. So let me put this on silence so it can do what it want to do, and I can sit over here and do something else. So, yeah, let's see who else has come in. Oh, you all are just commenting. Okay. Deborah Holloway came in and Betsy Layton came in. So thank you. Saying she's here on a Wednesday. Yes. So I do not have, I got a lot of things I could be sewing and working on. What I have been procrastinating and doing is prepping or making badges for Retreat 2025. I told you all I'm trying to get as much for retreat done early because I'm also quilt show chairperson, which I'm going to be heavily working on that in the next few months. Within the next month, because I've got to now get busy. I got a place, but I have nothing else. I got some committees. Most committees are covered. I'm not as concerned about that because stuff will normally happen. And if nobody volunteers, then I guess it won't happen. And so, yeah, that's kind of what we are looking at this point. This is our retreat badge. Once you attend retreat, you need to hang on to your badge. Otherwise, you're going to be badgeless. And because you only get one of these made, they're made in the hoop, and they use Pellon on the inside so that they have body. And then what these stars are is for every year that you have attended a Teaquilts retreat. And then if it's your very first quilt retreat ever, you get a special star for that. But I asked, because I don't know if you've ever been to another retreat. This has to be your first quilt retreat. And I'm just giving people from their honesty to tell me if it's their first retreat or not. So that's what I am prepping. And when I mean prepping, I mean I've just started because I haven't done a thing. So I'm working with Pellon. Now, this is an in the hoop project, and technically I could stitch the design that stitch this down. I could stitch it and then trim and then stitch it again, but I don't know if you've ever tried trimming Pellon that's in the hoop. It's too thick, so I recommend pre-cutting it, having it available like an applique. Once it's stitched the placement line, I just sit the badge inside the placement line and call it a day. Lots of noise. What's nice is I get to compare. Let's see. I got some new Pellon because I got a whole boat. I buy it by the boat. I think it's actually the same. Like I've been telling you about batting has been changing over the years. But the Pellon feels like it's the same. So that's good. So I'm just going to fold this so I have less of it to deal with. I can't remember. I think I was getting 3 of these. I can't remember. It's been a while. 3 doesn't seem like a lot, but that's what we're going to do anyway. And I'm just rough folding this so that I'm just working with a piece of it. And I'll be unbending it as needed. So I've got a template. I went to my software and printed the template on the exact size of the badge. And so now, instead of me just waiting for the machine to stitch a placement line, me put this big piece in there and then it stitch around it, and then I've got to trim this while it's in the hoop. I go ahead and just make these ahead of time so that I can just cut them out with scissors, and then I have them all ready. I'm going to need a lot of badges. It's almost like starting over. I can't remember if I've got 37 or 38 people. I'm only taking 40, so I'm almost full. And I think I have like either 16 or 18. I can't remember what I said the number was before, but I've got that many people that are returning. So that means that I need to make 20 to 24 badges, something like that. So yeah, so I thought I do not want to be trying to make that many badges, because I had to make, I think it was like 10 or something for 2024. And, you know, once it's a lot. So I'm trying not to do that at the last minute. So I'm just going to sit here, trace around some of these so that I can get badges made, or start making badges, so you can kind of know what you're going to be seeing me making as time go on. And I'm just making badges now for people that, because I normally don't make badges this early because the lists change. And then I'm looking up, and at the last minute I got to make somebody a badge. But I'm also trying not to be at the last minute either. With everything. So if somebody gets into retreat at the last minute, I'm not going to drive myself nuts. If they don't have a badge, they can get it later. If I have time, I'll make it. If I don't, I'm not going to stress about it. I don't want anybody to feel like they don't belong, but I also got to take care of my own self too. So, but I'm trying to do as much as I can for this retreat early. That's my hope. Let's see. Okay, Maddie, thank you for emailing me again. Let's see. I got to go back and see where I left off. I remember Anita coming in. On my website, I think it has the blue, the first year, 2022. I still have those in stock, but if you want the red, you can just order until I get the other, because I have to get the other pictures up there. But you can order the blue, and I'll know you want the red. So I can do that. We've got a powder blue shirt with royal lettering. We have a purple shirt with like teal lettering. And then we now have for 2025 a red shirt, and this is actually like baby pink lettering. And I'm not going to worry about staggering them, because it's not going to make much difference on this. I've tried this. I've done this 2 times now, like 2 years of badges. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to be putting scraps in the trash. Sometimes I'll cut little squares out of some of the areas to use them in bags, but I got so many that I don't need anymore. I'll put them behind like snaps, not snaps, yeah, magnetic snaps, the metal kind. I would put this in there because they're heavier. I put this behind to help with that, but yeah, we don't need that. So this is one of those jobs that's boring. So I don't mind coming in here chatting with you guys while I do this. And you all know what I have to go to make a badge from start to finish, because you've seen me sew them. in a previous probably live chat. But you've never seen me like do this step. So yeah, this is why everyone needs to keep their badge. You just got to keep up with it. When you get home, you got to put it somewhere where you see it. That's why mine's is up here in I put it up there. So it's in every video. So I don't forget where mine is, because I'll forget mine too. I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. We had everyone that returned bring their badge back last time. So that was cool. And then when you bring your badge back, you also get your new star for attending retreat as well. So you get your star. I've got Claudette, Sarah, and Gail, whom have attended every retreat. So they've got 3 stars. Every Teaquilts retreat. Okay. And what else do we have? I have not been reading, have I? Where was I? Where did I leave off? I know I said Betsy. Lady Crafts is here, I think, came in. Jason Lewis, Benita Nance. Okay, Jason. Nikki B is here. C Joy Creations. And who else came in? Janet McCarroll. And Paula S is here. Hey, Paula. I'm glad you're able to chat, girl. Lady Crafts is saying that batting seems to be a lot thinner. Yes, it does. Especially, you know, I use mostly Warm and Natural, and then I use Hobbs 80/20. Warm and Natural has gotten thinner over the years. I've got a quilt that I'm showing at the lecture I'm giving tomorrow. And thinking that anybody from St. Louis area that's watching, I'll put it in my Facebook group. But you can probably come to the lecture. If you're not a member, you may have to pay $5 at the door to get in, just so you know. Anytime we have a speaker, you know, you have to pay the speaker to come. And so on those particular days, we will charge guests, if you're not a member, $5 admission, something like that. I'm thinking. Now, I'm not over membership. I don't know if that amount went up or not, but that's what it used to be. You know, long time ago. Since I don't do that, I don't know. But it's not a lot of money. So, yeah. So, there's 8. So, I'll get 16 out of here. So that's good. I guess I should close this up while I'm trying to refold. What did I do this week? I was pulling quilts for the lecture that I'm giving. So I first get a list, and then I look at the list and see if it's some quilts I want to add, change, if I want to switch anything in a lecture around. I had a lot to be switching around. I haven't even retyped the lecture yet. But I cannot find my samples that go with this lecture. And I've checked in numerous containers and can't find it. So that's what I've been spending Monday, Tuesday, and looking for stuff. Today I just had to look for a couple items that I forgot were in a different storage area. So I went and got those out. But I got everything in there except for one thing I got in my washing machine. I'm waiting on it to dry. And then I got my quilts ready to go. What I don't have ready to go is the display items because I don't know where they are. So I'm going to have to figure that out. So yeah. I should have put freezer paper on the underside of my template, but it's okay. I'm going to pitch it anyway. So I'll get 16, I said, off of here. That's why I brought the whole boat in here because I knew I was going to need more. I didn't think I had enough to get 16 on here, so I'm impressed with that. Let's see. Hi, Deborah Quilts. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Brenda Perkins. And Phyllis G. Welcome, welcome, Phyllis. We miss you. Everybody is reminding you all to hit that thumbs up button. So thank you, everybody, for the reminders. Remo is saying, let's get to 20K. Thumbs up and sign up for Facebook, YouTube. Show your love. Please take the time. It's an education you don't want to miss out on. Join. Hey, T. Roberts. Welcome, welcome. Zella McKenzie. Dorothy Battle. Paula says, T, I love my badges hanging in my sewing room. Yeah. I don't use the same fabrics. Like the first year, I think all the pinks was this. Last year, I think all the pinks were a white with some kind of silver. I mean, not white. It was pink with some kind of sparkle on it. For the ladies. For the guys, it's some kind of blue. I don't ever commit to using the same fabric. Just long as it's blue, long as it's pink for the ladies, blue for the males, just keep it simple. And then long as I can read black on top of the fabric, that's what I get. So, yeah. So you can sort of well, you may not be able to do that all the time because I have a bag somewhere where I had a few extra pieces cut out. So if I come across it, 2024 badges might be made from the same fabric as 2025 badges might be made from the same fabric as 2024. But it ain't no big deal. But if I do that, then you'll know by just looking at somebody's badge color how long they've been in there. But we got the stars for that, so we don't need that. So, yeah. Ooh-wee. This bulky stuff. So, 16, 20. So, I'm going to have to make 8 more at least of these for 24. After I fill up all of them on here. So, I need another piece for that. So, this is the only part, well, this is the part I hate because it's just tedious, you know. But you got to do what you got to do. OMG, Sue. I'm not going to read all of that, but goodness gracious. Hi, Betty Ward. Peggy O'Connor is here. Hi, Peggy. See you tomorrow. She excuses. You talking about looking forward to your lecture tomorrow. Yep. Oh my goodness. Sue says she's off work tomorrow, so that's good. And Sue, you got a lot of messages in here, but she's reading them, so I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna read them, but just letting her know to read them. But she is reading them because she's responding to them. So, hi, Leetta Bryant. Welcome, welcome. Deborah saying this is her first retreat ever. She can't wait. I'll write your name on a badge. Her first retreat ever? To me, that is just amazing, because once you attend a retreat, you're going to wonder why you never done it sooner. I bet you that. Hi, Mary. What time is it? 7:25. So I do have time to cut some of these out so I can start. I don't have to trace, because I'll have to get the package out, cut off just half of what I have here. But I can start cutting these out too. I forgot to put an arrow so I know what's the top when it comes time to my hoop. Even though it's symmetrical, I find that it fits better if I notate the center, top, or just notate the top. Even though it just seems to fit better for some reason. So I just draw an arrow. And then I also will know which side to put it face up to. Got 2 more to draw on this piece. I could draw in the in-between sections at the bottom. Let's see. We'll figure it out. Maybe I can get 3 more. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I think the badges are really pretty, so I'm like, I'm not going to be making badges every year. That's just one assignment I didn't have to make. And I feel like I would be happy with this badge 5 years from now. So that's why I'm like, keep your badge. If I ever decide I don't like it anymore, or I see something else, then I'll make new badges for everybody. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to be with these badges forever. That's what I'm saying today. Okay. Okay. I want to, just so I don't forget. See if I can get 3 more in. Nope. Just too short. Yep. It is what it is. But I will cut this off and save it for later. It's just too little. And then when I need just a little spot stabilized, I got a chunk of it. That's what I do with it. Sue, you know you a mess, right? Talking about Deborah. You may want to do facial exercise. You will be laughing so hard. Ah. I have no idea what Sue is talking about. So I'm going to start cutting these because I got 16 and they're going to be a pain to cut out. That's why I don't want to cut them out in the hoop. So we'll just start with that. Got another chunk on the side I could be saving. Just for covering those little small areas. Or if you want a strap or something, it's good for that too. Kim says, I am doing, oh, she's talking to Sue. Sharon says, I haven't looked to see the location for the 2025 retreat. Question, should I fly into St. Louis Airport? Is it a short, long drive from the airport? You're going to go to the same airport. We only got one airport to fly into. Unless we're on the other side of the state, then that would all change. Like if you were going to Missouri Star or something like that, you would fly into Kansas City, Missouri Airport. Otherwise, you fly in, most people, to St. Louis. I think Springfield has a small airport. I have never been to it, so I can't tell you anything about that. But you're still coming into St. Louis. Let's see. Our airport is weird because technically it's in St. Louis County, but the city of St. Louis owns it, so it's considered to be the city of St. Louis, although everything but the airport is county. When you were at retreat before, you went south. This time you're going to be going north of the airport. You're going to be in North County of St. Louis County. That's where retreat is this year. And I have scheduled 2026 back at the other place. And I need to talk to her because she's never sent me where I need to pay her the deposit for 2026. So that's kind of weird. But one 22,000 to go. So yeah, we're gonna be in north. The facility is more compact. I kind of like that because it's less walking that you'll have to do. It's like a center building and then a wing on each side, and so we'll have 2 rooms, one on each side of center, and then in between that they have like the kitchen, the offices on one side, and they also have a chapel close to when you first enter by the offices, and then they have like small breakout rooms. So we have like a room that's a full kitchen. Well, I don't know if it's a full kitchen. I can't remember. But I know it's got like big refrigerators. It's got ice makers. It's got coffee makers, all that type of stuff. So it's a kitchen. I'm going to have to go back up there because since I haven't been there in a long time, I need to refresh before retreat so I know what I need to do. And we also have like a room where we can have a small conference at. And then there's other rooms that I'm going to be putting irons and stuff in. There'll be one iron in each of the classrooms, like one big iron. And then there's going to be, we got like a library room we can put an iron in. They're like little small lounges like. And so what we do is we just plug an iron into each one of those, and then we're kind of spreading the heat among the various circuits, not putting all the irons in one room. So yeah, so we got about 2 or 3 rooms like that, the kitchen room, and then we also have a place where I'm gonna have to make sure that, you know, they're not trying to play me. So there's a cafeteria, and then on the other side of the cafeteria is in a gym. Used to be a gym. They don't use it as a gym anymore. So what they did was, the other room that is now a conference room, they made that a conference room. That used to be the cafeteria where you would go to eat. So now they made it in the gym so that they could also rent that other room, which is good. And we eat in the front part of the gym. So they set up their buffet style. And then on the back side, they have like a divider. They got chairs in there that are just auditorium style. So that's where we'll be doing most of our meetings when we need to talk to the entire group. So everybody will come there. So that's kind of what's happening. Once I get everybody paid, I'm going to go drop off my registration stuff. And then I'm going to ask them to send me, because you got to pay it all in advance anyway. So it don't matter when it's got to be paid. It's got to be paid. So I'm going to tell them to send me my bill. And then before I pay them, I'm going to make sure they got everybody in the right rooms and that we got the areas that we were promised, because I don't want any trouble. And I have a feeling that I may not go back to this place, because they kind of changed the price on me a little bit. So, but I know I'm going to Mercy in 2026, because I already booked it. I just need to make sure she didn't forget to send me my thing for that. So all right, got 4 done. 4 is better than none. Let's see. Trying to make sure I got all of Sharon's questions. Pellon is hard to cut, but it works. It's not bad. It's just, and I'm using I don't know, I'm using scissors that are not really left-handed scissors. Let me try using a pair that's true left-handed and see if they go. I was trying to use smaller scissors, but this feels so much better. Those are scissors that they swear are universal. And I don't know if they hurt the right-handed people, but they sure hurt me. I put this in here, I can just feel the difference. I feel like those scissors cut crisper because they're smaller. And they're omni-grid. The yellow handle scissors are omni-grid. Yeah, but I like Pellon in the badges so that the badges don't sag. I could have used batting, and I definitely could have trimmed batting after I cut it. But I personally like Pellon because it stiffens it up. And it only gets stitched on, well, it does get stitched on because I embroider all the stuff on it. And this gets put down first. It stitches out a placement line and then you put this in. So it does get stitched on. So that makes it even stronger, so that something is going through it. Apparently I don't have all of my messages on. I don't know if Sharon's saying hi to Kevin or Mary. Because I'm thinking Kevin's at church with his mom. Rhonda Barlow is here. Hi, Rhonda. Carissa Renninger is here. And Minnie Dula. Oh, Deborah's saying, that's so funny because I have you laughing too. Awesome. So yeah. So this is going to be a different retreat because I've never had this before where we were in 2 different rooms. Although I could have always done that at Mercy because that room has always been available. However, they don't have bedrooms. They don't have enough rooms to sleep everybody. That's why I went to this retreat place so that we could get more people. When I go to Mercy, I get about 26 beds. And then if I have people that want a single, then it becomes a problem because then that means less people can come. And I also deny singles too. It's some people, I have a couple of people that have medical needs that it's not like it would be a problem, but I just feel like nobody needs to know that. And so I just go ahead and give them single rooms. So it's a few people that I give single rooms to for that because, yeah, it's a little different. So, and, but at Mercy, it's very difficult. Like, even for my large quilt guild, we don't have bedrooms again. They know we come every year. They have we'll hold your spot knowing that you're going to pay. No, you come every year. They don't have loyalty. They have a first come, first serve. That's what they have. And so, on my large quilt guild retreat at Mercy this year, no, it's 2025 February. It's like this year for my guild. We start in August. We go August to July. So this year, I'm a commuter and I'm okay with that. Because I'll come home. Y'all know I stay up till like 3 o'clock, right? I be talking to y'all sometimes in the middle of the night, or you see my videos where I'm showing you the clock, what time it is. Nobody else is in the room but me. And sometimes I'll because I have all these projects I'm working on, so I have a quilt. I'll fold that quilt up. Make me a pad on the concrete floor that's covered with carpet. I'll make me a pad on the floor and sleep for a couple hours. Now, it's there's a pastor area that has a little bathroom. And then I'll go in there after I get a couple hours of sleep before most people are not even up yet. I'm back up before 6. And I take care of what I got to do, and then I put on new clothes and keep it moving, okay? Now, by the time Sunday comes, our last day, I am about as slap happy as all get out. I'm a hot mess. On Sunday, I stay so I can record show and tell for y'all. And then after that, I go home. I don't even hang around. We got till like 2 o'clock to stay, something like that. I can't remember what time, 2 o'clock, I want to say. And I don't even hang around. Once show and tell's over, I'm gone. I have all my stuff already packed before show and tell starts because this girl's ready for bed. I come home on Sunday and I sleep all Sunday, all the way through into Monday, the next day. I don't even be messing around. My husband already know. When I come in, he just know I'm about to sleep because I've been up. And sometimes I come home in the middle of the night, like if I forgot something. I did that at our retreat, in my Teaquilts retreat. I forgot stuff, came home, and then they wanted to buy Teaquilt Scrap Quilting Club t-shirts. And I was like, okay, I'll go home and get it. I was so tired. I was like, I never came home and got those shirts, so I didn't do it. Never did it. I was like, nope. I can't do it anymore. I came once. It's a lot going on with the Teaquilts retreat as far as schedule-wise. So anything I'm doing extra, it's going to have to be in the middle of the night. And really, that's the time that I'm sewing, except the first night I do go to bed because on Tuesday when we arrive, I've already been walking for 2 or 3 days by then with everything that I'm getting ready, packing up everything that that first Tuesday, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Because on Wednesday morning, the bus leaves between 5 and 5:30 a.m. If you're late, you're going to miss it. Unless the bus is late, okay? That's a whole nother issue. So that's 8. So that's 8 I didn't have cut out before. So that's good. Let's see. Hi, June Hanson. Deborah saying she's taking the train from Chicago. You're going to get off. If I'm not mistaken, instead of going downtown, which check it out, Deborah. There's a downtown St. Louis stop. I know that stop is still there. It's kind of like under an overpass, which kind of puts it down underground, kind of the way it's made. It's right in front of our Savage Center, which is so weird. And then across the street, it's like this down in thing, and it's connected to the bus station as well. I would almost prefer, if I'm not mistaken, the Chicago train goes to Alton, Illinois. Goes to Alton, not Kirkwood. Alton, Illinois. Because I'm in Missouri where I'm close to Alton. I'm close to Illinois. See if you can go to the Alton, Illinois station. To me, that one's better as far as not being down, feeling like you're underneath the ground, and I feel like it's a lot more open, so it's safer to me. Although I have picked people up at the downtown station. I don't have a problem with it. When I have to leave out of downtown, I do go, but it's just not one of my favorite places to be just hanging out. And that's also because they attached it to the bus terminal as well. They used to be in 2 different locations, and then they moved and put them both in the same location. And it's, like I said, it's so weird because it's in a prime area of downtown. It just that all of a sudden you go down this street and then you go down another street, and then when you turn back down it's like you went underground because of this big highway overpass right there. It's Highway 40. So it's built under Highway 40, which is the weirdest thing because it has no natural daylight. So check that. T, did you see the quote I posted on your page that I just finished? I don't know. I saw some quilts that were posted before. I saw those. I don't know if you're talking about like just now posted. Could you cut out the badges on your silhouette? I probably could, but I'm going to tell you, I haven't had good experience. I got a brother scan and cut because I thought it would cut better. To me, they don't stick enough. And then once this is something that's going to cut out like fabric, I don't have good experience with them. I've tried everything. And my stuff move all over the mat, cause a mess, and then I'm wasting my product. So I have not. So I have not tried this. I tried cutting quilting fabric and I was not happy with either one. Sometimes my vinyl don't want to stick. So, and the vinyl don't even cut out through all the layers. So I don't know about that. I didn't even try it with this. It would be great though, but it's okay. Yeah, I got the silhouette and I got the brother scan and cut to cut fabric. And I don't know. The Brother Scan and Cut I got doesn't take the fabric blade, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it will take the fabric blade. It has the regular blade, but when they first came out with it, they said that it would use, it would cut fabric with the regular blade and all of that, but I don't think so. I cut like one thing. The first thing I cut was fine. Then once I used that spot on the mat, it didn't want to cut anymore in that spot. It just kept making a mess. So I'm not gonna be buying mats. That's why I die cut. I guess what I could do is make a custom mat. That's what I'm gonna do. Not a custom mat, a custom die. Because this is gonna be the badge, right? So I can just trace this onto, trace this and then have them just make me a board of these. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. 2026, I'll have a custom die. All right. I think this is 11. I just saw the stack getting a little messed up. 12, yeah. So this is 12 in my hand. That's what I can do. Thanks, Sue. I can just run this right on through the die cutter. I'll make it the same size as, I'll get a piece of freezer paper and go measure the size of one of the dies I like. I like the middle size die. And then I'll make the die off of that and see how many I can put on one template. So that's what I'll do. All right. We got 8 minutes. Let's see. Who's all still talking in the chat? Good night, Lady Crafts. Lizette Zayas is here. Welcome, welcome. You're welcome, Deborah. Saying thanks for the info about the train. I used to catch the train to Chicago all the time. And it was every year we went for like maybe 8 years. We went for Christmas, the first Friday weekend in December. So we'd go down, stay Friday night, Saturday night, come back on Sunday. And we took the train in because it was in downtown. It was closer than the airports. And so then we just get a taxi to our hotel, which was downtown. And then the rest of the time we were there, we would walk. And we also did that for a few Cardinal games. So I actually love a nice train ride. It's more comfortable than a bus and a plane. So you technically got room in your leg area for your luggage. You don't even really have to leave your luggage with the porter. I had enough room. When we were going down, we just had, one little small rolling thing per person. So it was able to sit right there. I didn't even have to leave it with the porter. So. Yep, those were good days. And I went to a couple of Cubs games. Now, y'all Cubs are kind of evil, especially when it's the St. Louis Cardinals. They would be pouring beer on people from the layers, like when you're going up the ramps and down the ramps. The people from up higher would be pouring beer on people on the lower levels. It's like, goodness gracious. So I stopped going to Cubs games. I don't even go when they come here. It's like, nope. I think I went to like 2, maybe 3 Cubs games, and I said, I'm done. That was the one year I went in June, and I took, because here it was burning up, right? So we're staying downtown because we take the train in, and then we take their L to Wiggly's Field, wherever that area is. I have no idea. But, we weren't going to be doing much walking. And so I didn't bring a jacket. I didn't bring a coat. We get to Chicago, downtown Chicago, because of the lake. It's freezing. This was probably my first year. So then I started going into all these discount stores, Eileen's Basement. I can't remember what all the stores were, but we got all the stores along that street. So I'm trying to find a place to buy a cheap coat. Well, because it's winter. Well, it wasn't because it's winter. It was June, and it was still cold. So the prices still, even though it was June, they still had them prices high at that point. And I think it was just because it was downtown. But I ended up waiting until I got to Wrigley Field area, and there were stores around there too. And I ended up just buying like a Chicago sweatshirt. And that's what I ended up wearing the rest of the weekend for a coat. It was freezing. People still had on mink coats. They had fur coats. I don't know what they were. They were fur. And I don't know if they were real, but I have never seen more fur coats in my life than to go into downtown Chicago in the wintertime, baby. Fur Coat Central. So she posted it yesterday. I'll look again and make sure. Sue says it helps to bounce around ideas, right? Deborah says she's a white Sox. I don't know what's going on. Fan. I guess I want to put the F in there. She said that far north of Chicago. Okay. Ken's World of Crafting. Hello, and welcome to the chat. Anita says, yes, the hawk will talk to you. Right. Now, I did learn, this was during the Christmas trips, because like I told you, we did those for 8 years. I did Cubs 2 or 3 times, like in June when they were playing the Cardinals, and I'm like, I can't take it. It was just too much. And so I stopped doing that. But we did the Christmas shopping at least 8 years. And I used to just go with my girlfriends. And then one time I brought my husband and my mom. Well, a couple of times, because I remember the first year, I'm trying to tell my husband, because at this time, he was the one that was always hot. And I'm trying to tell him that he needs to bring long johns. It's going to be cold. And he's like, I am not wearing no long johns. Well, how come we get there and we're in like Woolworths or something? I don't know. Something like that. Walgreens, maybe. I don't know. It's too long ago. How come he was in there buying long johns? And I tried to tell him that he needed long johns. Sister right here had on 2 pair of long johns. Okay, I was not playing with Chicago. Then that was the first year my mom and my husband went. The second year that they went, everybody had their long johns, but I figured out that if you're really, really, really cold on one side of the street, you need to cross the street. Even if you're going to a store 4 blocks down on the same side you're on now, cross the street, walk down 4 blocks, and then cross the street back. because I found that it's not as cold. If one side is extremely cold, the other side is not as cold. So I did figure that part out. That helped a lot. And then the other funny thing was on Sundays, you know, you get kicked out of your hotel rooms at 11. You can ask for a late leave, but they're not going to give you a 5 p.m. leave when that's time, but that's when my train leaves. So you're kind of homeless at 11 o'clock. So we used to just walk to the mall, and then that's the day that we visited everything that was in the mall area. And then we'd walk back to the hotel, and then we'd take a train from there, a cab, back to the train station from the hotel. So we had like a little plan of how it all worked out. And then like we used to have like groups of people. So when my husband and my mom came, because my mom walks slower, I kind of wasn't with the group as much, because we had at least like 30-40 people going. So I wasn't with the group. I was with my mom and my husband at that point, because they wanted to go. So when it was time to go, then we just meet everybody back at the train station. We'd see each other like the evening at the hotel. But other than that, I was with my mom and my husband. And the best Garrett's popcorn is downtown. The rest of the Garrett popcorn don't taste right. That's a non-Chicagoan response. So I bought plenty of popcorn other places, and it just was not good. So all right, last one that I'm cutting out. That was pretty good. I got the 16 in an hour. So that's good. I only got 8 more to go, so I'll have 24 cut out. Right now, I'm thinking I need about, I got 37 or 38 people. I know I probably have about 18 badges for people that are returning. So yeah, whatever those numbers are, that's what I need. Let's see. Vivian says she's a White Sox fan too. Jason says, ooh wee, I just finished stitching 8 4-inch finish log cabin blocks. I'm sure they were like a 1/2-inch finish. T. Roberts says, being a New Yorker, nothing is warmer than fur. And I understand why they have it. If I lived there, I guess I would have one too. But I'm mostly here. I put on, like I have on a long sleeve shirt. And because most times I'm just going in and out of places, it's not like I'm hanging around outside. I'll just put on a hoodie, because I just kind of hate the coat when I get into the car, because then I get too hot. As I gotten older, I used to be the person that was cold all the time. Now I'm hot all the time. So I wear a hoodie, and my husband just looks at me like I'm crazy. But that's what I do. I wear a long sleeve shirt and a hoodie when it's cold, going to the post office, going grocery shopping, because I don't want to be bothered with a coat. That's what I do. Yes, it depends on how the hawk is blowing. Yep. And then oh my God. And Jason says that the Garrett's in the airport is no good either. See, I don't understand that, because I waited in the cold, because the first time I went to Chicago was the Christmas trip. And I waited in the cold outside in a line, because I'm trying to figure out, why is this line out the door? And it's just this little place. They don't even really have a lobby. And really, we made a line like this and like that to come out, but it really wasn't that much space, okay? The place was small, and the line was like half the block or more on the outside of this building for people waiting for popcorn. And the first time I walked past, I thought, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard of. I'm not going to wait in line for any popcorn. So then we walked on down. On our way back, we saw the line again, and I'm going, Wait a minute, maybe we need to get in line and see what this popcorn's about, because the line was still long. Hours later, okay? So we get in line. My mom, this wasn't first time wasn't my mom. I think it was just me with a group of friends. Because I don't think they went the first time I went to Chicago. And we get in line for over 2 hours. Got in there, saw the price of the popcorn, and I'm like, OMG. And then they say, how much you want? I said, a small bag. Because it was expensive. I'm talking about, like, I don't even think this bag was as big as a lunch bag. That's the bag that I got, whatever size that type of bag is. And we didn't eat any of it there. We got home, got to the hotel, and then I opened it up and started eating it. And I'm like, OMG. That popcorn was so good. It was so good. I wanted to sit there and, you know how when you're at the movies, we're watching television and you want to just keep forking in the popcorn. And I like, we cannot eat like $16 or whatever that bag cost. I can't remember. It's been years ago. We cannot eat that kind of popcorn that fast. And so, yeah, I put that bag down. But it sure was good. I have a can of Garrett's cheese and caramel popcorn right now. Addictive. I love Garrett's popcorn. I would order. Did you order online, Benita? Because I'm wondering, where does it come from if you order online? See, Francis loves the popcorn. Mary does. Good night, C Joy Creations. But that caramel cashew crunch is no joke. I can tear a bag of that up. I love cashews. I try not to get that because I feel like I'm going to go crazy because I love popcorn and I love caramel popcorn is really my favorite. I get the Chicago mix, the caramel and the cheese normally. But I figured if I got cashews, I'd really be messed up. Monty Pep go, yep, used to always be cold, but menopause, now mostly hot. Right. Deborah says, remember when the caramel and the cheese are in separate bags, you mix together. Yeah, I always mix because when you get the can, they'll have the dividers. And they'll have dividers on that unless you were telling them in person to just give you a mix. Then you have to pull the divider out. I don't want the cheddar. I just want cheese and caramel. So Bonita says she got it from online. I'm going to have to try it. Girl. I love me some Garrett's popcorn, though. T. Roberts talking about Garrett's was one of Oprah's favorite things. Okay. I like the butter caramel with pecans. I like pecans, too, but I grew up on pecans. But there's nothing better than some cashews. I had a bag from Sam's that I purchased last month because I had it for food for when the girls came to sew. And I just finished that bag of pecans today. I have ordered online, but it is better downtown. It's still better. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. Because I'm like, I'm so scared to know which store is it coming out of. Is it coming out of that one? I think it was on Randolph Road or something like that. I can't remember. I could be just making up a name now, but I felt like it was Randolph Road. In that place, it was hit or miss. Sometimes you could get good popcorn there. Sometimes you didn't. And the only reason I went there was because it was from coming back from like doing a line dance trip in Chicago or coming back from Indiana. We used to line dance in Indiana. Phyllis G says she loves it. Loves Garrett's. And Kim go, well, now I want popcorn. Remo gets it from her brother. I just fed the dog white cheddar popcorn. It's her favorite. I got my MSQ Xmas box already. I'm waiting on mine. I didn't order. For some reason, I still think that the people in Missouri get their stuff slower. But I did order late this time, so I'm in no hurry to have it here. I'm one of those people that I can let it sit when it does get here. I know some people can't. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to open that box soon as they get it and going to post it on YouTube. So I try to abide by Missouri Star's wishes because they also do a day opening, but I do mine at 12:01 a.m. I think they do theirs at 12. So, you know, it's all the same. But I try to respect their wishes and do it on the day, not before them. Yeah, so then I was right. Randolph. That was Anita letting me know that Randolph was the right. And I can go there sometimes, get good popcorn, and sometimes I go there and it's the worst thing I ever had. I just don't understand how they can do that. And Deborah's waiting on her box too. So yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get off here. Boring job today, but it's got to be done. I'll try to make more. I don't have time. I haven't been in this room since I was here Saturday, and that's because I got my lecture tomorrow. So I'm still working on that. So I just don't have time to come in here. So when I do come live, I'm trying to do stuff that I'm not doing somewhere else that needs to be done. So this is really good. And I'm going to write on here too so I don't forget that I'm just going to make 8 more. So I don't forget what number I need. So that's going to be it, everyone. You all stay blessed, be safe, and quilt out. See you Saturday.